Here again with another Breaking Bad Season 4 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching Breaking Bad, or you're just not entirely sure, well then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you found out you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for all of you out there that are wondering, I've seen Breaking Bad so many times I've actually lost count. It's at least my 8th time seeing the show. I think it might be my 10th time. So join me and the man, the myth, the legend, the Lucifer fanatic himself, and Breaking Bad fan Crazy Coffee Man in the comments section so we can discuss this awesome and amazing show. With that in mind, this will be Breaking Bad Season 4, Episode 2. The title of this episode is called 38 Snub. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watch the episode. So Walt is starting the episode off looking for a gun that's a stealth gun. And the man that he's going to potentially buy it from says, Walt needs it to be a quick draw. And Walt's going to be happy due to the fact that the serial number has been scratched off. And he's happy to take Walt's money. That's why he's going to pay a little extra for that particular service. And then we have Mike hanging out at a diner, drinking coffee, doing his crossword puzzle. Mike spots blood on his jacket, so he takes it off, or gets the blood off. Jesse has a new stereo system, as well as a Roomba. Badger and Skinny Pete have arrived. Jesse's new subwoofers are admired. Jesse is preparing lines of cocaine, and Skinny says that he's seen Andrea at the meetings, and she's asked about him. And Skinny initially decides or declines a bump of cocaine due to the 12-step program. So he's actually taking this 12-step thing serious, even though it was just a ploy to sell meth to drug addicts that are in NA. And Badger says just a little bump, and then Skinny Pete eventually does some, and now they won't shut up. They're going on and on and on about zombie Nazis, and then they ask Jesse what he thinks, and Jesse says he totally agrees, not really paying attention to them. And then Jesse invites a shitload of people over to his house due to the fact that he does not want it quiet. 'Cause when it's quiet, the memory of him shooting Gail Bedecker haunts him. So we have Walt practicing pulling his gun out and pretending to fire it, so like that. And Hank looks at his minerals through the magnifying glass ring light that he has while Marie is trying to sleep. And she kind of like pulls her mask off over her eyes and like looks at him like, Hank, what are you doing? And, Hank is not really caring what her opinion is of how late he's looking at his minerals. She calls it a rock again, and Hank says, it's a mineral for the 10th time, Marie. And Hank hints to Marie that she could go to a different bedroom in the house if it's bothering her that much. So he doesn't care how annoyed Marie is with him and his minerals. He's going to look at them and play with them however late he wants. Walt's getting to leave in the morning, or getting ready to leave in the morning, and Skylar calls and starts to leave a message. And she starts talking about like their plan, and then Walt answers and tells her she shouldn't mention car wash over the phone. Are you dumb? I don't remember if he said, are you dumb? Everyone's passed out at Jesse's in the morning. Jesse wakes up Badger and Skinny Pete and tells them that he's going to work. And then he gives Badger some money, or did he give Skinny Pete some money? He gave one of them money, or both of them money, and wants the place kicking when he gets back. Like, order food, let's get this party started, and then Jesse turns the music back on to its loudest, I think. Walt and Jesse have finished up a batch, and then Tyrus comes downstairs and introduces himself as the new guy. Now, we do see Tyrus in Better Call Saul, so he was around, but for some reason, seasons 1, 2, and 3 of Breaking Bad, he's not, and I don't believe they ever explained where he was from the end of Better Call Saul to where he shows up in Breaking Bad. Mike also pops his head in and wants to the product weighed again. And then Walt asks Mike where Gus is, and Mike says, "You're never going to see him again." as Walt didn't like how things ended, so he wants to like talk to him again. Now, Skylar and Holly they're both, Skylar with Holly is scouting out the car wash owned by Bogdan, and Hank really is going hard walking with his walker. His physical therapist is really pumping him up. Same time tomorrow, great session, lots of positive energy. One day at a time, that's all we can do. Marie hints that she wants him to go full time as they have an extra or spare bedroom. Pizza has arrived at Jesse's place. They don't cut their pizza. What is up with that? Someone's ringing the doorbell over and over and over again. It's actually Andrea, and Brock is waiting in the car. Jesse tells Andrea he's really busy at work. That's why he hasn't been in touch with her. And Andrea wonders why she got this stack of money the night the two bangers that Tomas used to hang with left in her mailbox. So that night she got a stack of money. And she asks if somebody is going to come look for that money. And Jesse says no. Andrea leaves. Brock waves goodbye. Jesse waves goodbye to Brock. Walt's going to Gus's house at night. He's determined to use that gun that he bought. Walt puts his Heisenberg hat on as he's walking towards Gus's house that he just went to. And then he gets a call. The person says, "Go home, Walter." And then, of course, that being Mike. And Marie cleans out Hank's bedpan. Not very happy with that. And then Hank's minerals have arrived. Marie is quite annoyed with these rock purchases. Hank yells at her to check the boxes. "Just check, please." Skylar goes to talk to Bogdan. He laughs that she wants to buy his car wash. Skylar asks Bogdan for a figure. Ooh, I got some in my throat all of a sudden there. He says, $10 million. That better be one hell of a car wash. I don't know what just happened, but something I swallowed, a bug fly in my mouth or something like that. And Skylar was thinking of $879,000. He says, $20 million. Bogdan complains about Walter White quitting without a notice, knocking down his air fresheners, and grabbing his junk. Please leave. Mike's watching a Saul Goodman commercial at the bar. Walt shows up. Mike tells Walt he might want to learn how to tail better. Walt feels like he needs to explain himself. Walt appreciates that when Mike was going to kill him, he was simply just following orders. Walt wants to know where he stands. Mike tells Walt he knows he's packing. Like, we know you got a gun, Walter. And he tells Mike that we're in the same boat. If it happened to Victor, it could happen to you. Walt tells Mike to get him in a room with him, referring to Gus, and Walt will do the rest. Mike punches Walt and kicks him a few times when he's down. Thanks for the drink, as Walt had bought Mike a drink, and then Mike leaves. Badger and Skinny Pete are leaving. They've stayed up too many days in a row. Badger says something about next week. Jesse closes the door and his place is filthy. Jesse cranks the music up with nobody there and starts freaking out just a little bit. Killing Gale has really gotten to him, and that's what ends this episode of Breaking Bad. So, okay episode. Probably one of the worst ones of the season. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now, I don't remember every episode off the top of my head, but I think this may be the least interesting episode, but still good episode. But 7.5 out of 10. My characters of the episode, I'm going to give the male one to Walt. One could argue it could be Jesse. It's like Jesse and Walt show. And then I'm going to give it to Marie as well because she was really excited about Hank's physical therapy. She was cleaning bedpans, getting woken up at night by Hank looking at minerals. So a lot of focus on Marie. Where Skylar, well, she just talked to Bogdan, which, I don't know, Skylar and Marie, take your pick of those two. It's Walter, Jesse, and Skylar and Marie. Maybe even Mike. I can't make up my mind. But I put Walt and Marie. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, or El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, which I hope you're a fan of all three of those and want to help me out, with the YouTube algorithm, please consider Hulk smashing that like button. It definitely goes a long way. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to join me in the comments section, as well as Crazy Coffee Man, the Lucifer and Breaking Bad fanatic. Well, I don't know about fanatic for Breaking Bad, but definitely Lucifer. Talk to us about what you think of the episode. What would you score the episode, and whom would be your male and female character of the episode? Or if you just want to do one, that's fine as well. Click right here for my Better Call Saul series finale review video, assuming you've seen every episode of Better Call Saul, titled Saul Gone. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.